Yo, what's going on guys, Arekkz here and welcome back to another Titanfall 2 video and the final episode in the 3-part series that I've been producing in partnership with EA to talk about some of the core aspects of the game. So far we've spoken about the pilots and the Titans individually and how their abilities and loadout options shape the way they play, but now it's time to tie that all together and see what else there is to consider when you use them both side by side in game. I'm also going to be doing one final giveaway in this video for the Titanfall 2 Marauders Corp Collector's Edition on Xbox One, complete with an Xbox One controller on top. If you want to enter, then in the description box down below is a link to a Gleam competition with a question. The question this time round is, in order to add a shield to a teammate's Titan, what item do you need? As always, the answer to the question is in the video. Pick the correct answer from the list and you're entered. The winner will then be chosen next week and I will contact you via email. See terms and conditions on the Gleam competition. Also, be sure to drop a like on the video and let me know in the comments down below how you guys have been getting on with the game this week now that it's out. Anyway, now let's talk about your pilot Titan synergy. By now, assuming that you're playing the game, then you've probably found your ideal pilot loadout and the Titan that suits you best. But there's more to the pilot Titan combo than just calling it in and hopping inside the cockpit. First of all, something that a lot of people don't seem to use that often, unless they die and it ends up happening automatically, is the Auto Titan functionality. When you call your Titan in, you don't have to climb inside the cockpit. You can instead switch it to Auto Titan mode and toggle between defend or follow. When on follow, your Titan will attempt to follow you as best as possible. Of course, it can't go inside a building if there's nothing but a pilot-sized door, but for the most part, it will stick close by and shoot at anything hostile that comes its way. Now yes, it won't be quite as good as if you yourself are piloting the Titan, but if you throw the Assault Kit in the Titan Kit options, then this improves the Auto Titan's precision, and it also enables it to use offensive and utility abilities. So instead of just roaming around shooting its primary weapon, it can instead be a lot more useful. And this option is especially good in some of the more objective type game modes like Bounty Hunt or Capture the Flag. If you want or need to be on foot moving around the map as a pilot, then having a Titan roaming around as your own personal AI bodyguard can actually prove mighty handy. Just be sure to keep an eye on it, because if it goes toe to toe with another Titan being piloted by a player, then you're probably going to want to jump inside and get involved. In addition to that, I'm sure you've all at some point jumped on a teammate's Titan, whether that be by accident, to hitch a ride, or to provide some additional firepower from over the shoulder. However, while you're there is actually something else you can do, and that is to provide them with an extra shield different to that of the one that they can use themselves. And if you start doing this, your team will love you. In fact, you can even go as far as to do it on your own Titan too. See, if you're out in the field and you hop on an enemy Titan, then you should be familiar with the fact that you will pull out the battery.
Nice jump, pilot. Finish the job.
This takes off a chunk of their health, in turn helping your team that may already be fighting it. Once you've removed this battery, however, you will notice a small green icon. This indicates that you are now carrying it. If you then go and hop on a teammate's Titan, you'll then put the stolen battery into their Titan, in turn giving them an extra shield, which effectively acts as another life bar. What's more, you can even take this battery and climb into your own Titan to also give yourself the aforementioned shield. So in short, if you see your team in Titan combat and they could do with a hand, try and hop on the enemy Titan, steal their battery and give it to your teammate to keep them in the fight longer. And finally, if you're looking to cause maximum chaos with your pilot Titan combo, don't forget to throw on Warp Fall and Nuclear Ejection. Warp Fall is a bit of a risky one, but if you're trying to land one of those cheeky Titan drop kills, then this shortens the call-in time for your Titan, in turn making it much easier to predict and drop on an unsuspecting enemy. Just remember that if you're using this, your Titan has no shield when it lands, so you'll probably want to make sure that you're around. And as for Nuclear Ejection, well, quite simply, if you're going to go down, then you might as well take the enemy with you, right?
Titan takedowns are a huge victory. Good work, pilot.
And that, my friends, is pretty much it. Across this series of 3 videos, we have covered the pilots and their abilities, the 6 different Titans and how they work in battle, and now some useful tips for using both in unison when you're in game. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments down below. And again, let me know how you guys are enjoying the game. But thank you very much for watching. Take it easy. Catch you next time. Peace out.